Mm, mm. Hey guys, so wanted to do this yesterday, but I got back home and I didn't really feel like doing any live stream. Was pretty much tired from the event, from traveling, from everything. Uh, East versus West 8 is in the history books. I want to do a little recap, talk about the matches. First of all, I want to ask your thoughts. Like, who do you think had a performance of the night? What was the match of the night? And what was the biggest surprise for you, if any of those? Right? Call Slav and Love Armwrestling. Hey, Roger. Hey. Uh, that just hit me out. So, yeah, leave it in the comment section. Like, performance of the night, um, which was the match of the night, and what, if any, if the surprises were there, not in the live chat, but on the comment section. So right now, let's do a little recap. First of all, East versus West 8. For me, a lot of surprises. I expected matches to be way, way, way more contested, like way more contested. But again, that's arm wrestling. You never know. And some people just show up on those days better than the others. And things change and everything else was anything can happen, right? This is the sport of arm wrestling. Uh, yeah. So I think again, great job. Just being there for a weekend, just everything was done right how it should have been done. Core sports, referees, everyone involved, Travis, Neil. I'm just happy to be part of it and just practice speaking. But yeah, second thing, last time I'm wearing that jacket. That jacket looked way better when I bought it in the shop. I'm like, yeah, this looks sharp. And then I look at the camera adds 20 pounds. It added 300 pounds to me. I was looking like a kingpin from the comment of Philip Stalhofen. Yeah, I don't know. I have to watch back the event. So also, all the matches right now will not be available for quite some time online. That is just to keep the pay-per-view arm wrestling growing a little bit more. So if you want to watch the event, you still can do it. It's going to be like 2-3 weeks, as I understand from Engen, 2-3 weeks until it comes out. So you can go. Link is in the description. Still buy, watch it there, enjoy the night of arm wrestling and surprises. Yeah, East versus West 9 is just 26 days away. That also will be an insane event, in my opinion. I think there's some things that we need to figure out. Is Hermes pulling there? And this live stream will contain a lot of spoilers. If you don't know results, you should switch off right now. But I think most people already know. Yeah, Morozov definitely isn't fighting in August. Morozov will be out for quite some time. I think his health was, yeah. And we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about all the matches. And yeah, first I think the refereeing was really good, right? I didn't see much problems with it. Sometimes I think they just allowed athletes to fight a little longer than they should, right? Which is also understandable, right? You want to have something in that match to be going a little bit longer. But yeah, there was so many dominant performances. It's hard to choose which one was the most impressive. But I think Hermes takes that top spot. Um, yeah, let's see. First, we got to start with the man who mastered arm wrestling. Mindaugas side is, as always, impressive. Christo is a world-class athlete. Like he was just like a week ago, competed with left arm, won a tournament in Croatia, has won European world titles, is been pulling for quite some time. Is very dangerous, especially when you can get there with him. Mindaugas is just he's becoming something else. Like every time he's becoming a super match specialist. From guy that used to pull tournaments, he's becoming a guy that literally will tear you apart, will destroy you on the table if there's a chance, right? uh yeah. Christo was the worst. He was doing ready go still many times. Just shows how poor ref and arm wrestling is. Son is picking on. Yeah, I think the ready goes were still in the house, right? I wasn't trying to hear it, but I think there was some ready goes, and athletes reacted accordingly because everyone's used to ready go. But I think don't move, go is still the better cadence, just because Like the ready is like ready. What's the point, right? Everyone hits on ready. If you do a pause, there's going to be a false start most of the times. If you don't do a pause, someone hits already on the first word, not the second one. I think go, in my opinion, just works better. Mindaugas, absolute, machine. And I think there's a lot of guys to face for him. I would still love to see him and Daniel run things back and even, because he's motivated and he is the baddest guy in arm wrestling, in my opinion, just for many reasons. For many reasons, how can you not love that guy? And I have to call him father, which is saying everything. And I think we're the same age. Um, yeah, Mindaugas versus Christo, super dominant victory for Mindaugas. Elizabeth versus Carolina. Okay, so coming in, everyone saw that Elizabeth was physically bigger, more muscular development, just looked like a beast, right? Carolina way more slimmer, but a seasoned arm wrestler, and you saw the whole difference right there in that match. From the grip up, from everything, Caro was dominating the setup easy because Elizabeth just lacked the experience, right? And there is, in my opinion, there's an insane level gap between female arm wrestling in East versus West, way bigger than it is for men. I'm gonna say it one more time. If people disagree, just look at any of the results on any other competitions, right? Best arm wrestler right there is Sarah Backman, and Sarah is an import from Europe. So what I would love to see is more American female arm wrestlers coming to these events. I would love if every East versus West event had a one female match, because women still will produce insane matches if they are like paired up correctly. And there's been so many insane wars, especially in female classes, because arm wrestling for female it's different than for men, right? Very rarely we'll see someone just dominating with their hand. If someone dominates with their hand, done. Most of the time it's back pressure, and that's pretty much evens out for many of them. And I think for the next ones, there's a opportunity to create more matches, to bring in more. And if you bring in from the West and from the East, or just matches from the East, doesn't matter. You create those matches, and slowly, the West will pick it up. The women will get more excited. And I think just putting female arm wrestling on display, which is also, I think, very high level, just different. If you don't know why it's different, you should go and watch some matches. You will see the difference between men and female arm wrestling, and it is there's some things that just work for men that it doesn't work for women, and same goes the other way around. Yeah, I would love to see more. Absolutely love to see more. I think there's so many great athletes, and just we need to put them on. Yeah, there's like yeah, and everyone who will put on the be on that stage will have spotlight on them, right? Not a lot of people knew about Carol, right? She was out for some time, and then she come back for the Worlds, and last year, and then she competed, and all and now that was the big moment. Like the whole world now, right now knows who Carol is. Yeah, Caroline Patterson. So, and she did great, absolutely dominating from the strap, without the strap, and yeah, just showed a great match. For Elizabeth, it's just learning experience, and just will get better and better. Like if the physicality is there, if the strength is there, the coordination, the setup, the things that you need for the match to be at least put in your favor, those things needed. And those are not like big, insane adjustments that you need to do. Those are just things you work on a table. That's pretty much it. Like you don't build arm wrestling without the table. You can only build it with the table, with the arm wrestling, right? You can be a good boxer just by lifting weights or hitting the pads. You have to spar, right? You have to understand how to move, how to avoid your opponent. Same thing goes with arm wrestling, right? There's no getting away. When you understand how to arm wrestle, then you need to build more and more strength, and that's where the gym comes in handy. So great performance for Caro. For Elizabeth, it's just the beginning. We definitely will see more of her in the future. What was the okay? Rino Masic, Terence Hopperman. Rino Rino has the youth. He's insanely explosive, can pull in many different styles. But what I saw in that match, when Terence Opperman stopped him, he still lacks like control on the table because he was trying to win with physicality and kind of giving up some positions, which I believe he could take. And that just comes with experience. Like he has experience fighting the best guys and knowing like top end power. But as soon as he stopped, like I think there's a lesson to be learned for him. And I think he will learn that lesson because he was not, he was, I would say, he was sad that he got stopped. I said, like, yeah, but how else you going to learn, right? How else you going to learn, you know? So, Reno, insane. I wanted to see more of Terence Opperman. We saw a little glimpse of the old Terence in the last third round, and that was kind of funny. Not funny, but fun to see him pull back, and he will definitely will come back. But again, two nations where there isn't like you will not name maybe any more arm wrestlers from Croatia and South Africa, right? Two people that carrying the weight of their nation on their shoulders, and one will lose. In arm wrestling there's always a winner and there's always a loser, and sadly Terence was on the receiving end for Reno. I think a huge future and very bright future for that guy right there is everyone wants to see him and Bacho. He wants that match. I want to see that match. There's an opportunity they will pull in Muff Worlds in 26 days. Not 26 days, but that's when they start. So about in a month. So if we see that match, amazing. If that match is close, amazing. There's a possibility for a super match. But yeah, what I really want to say, and for people to understand, arm wrestling super match format and arm wrestling competition format are two different things. It is two absolutely different things, right? In a tournament you have to adjust, and there's things, and it's fast paced, and then there's big like breaks between rounds. Like if you're pulling like WAF Worlds, there's 40 people in your class. Between the first and second round it will take more than an hour, right? So there's a lot of time for you to recover or whatever. Super match, everything's fast paced and just one opponent, so there is insane amount of difference. And insane one-on-one, I think, is a better, will give you a better understanding where these athletes lie when they're both fresh and on equal settings, right? Because you don't have a match previously with someone, you're just going straight. Hey, so yeah, if there's an opportunity for see Rino pulling versus Bacho in a super match setting, I would love to see that as well. If they meet in a category, that would be great. Um, um, I just love cult following for Bacho. Bacho beat a 95 kilo guy, Adam, right, who pulled once, and now he's the tough, biggest dog on the planet. But he brings the name Saganashvili, which is good, which is understandable. But I will jump on any bandwagon as soon as you are tested more and more. And we all know he like Bacho would crush Sanders. We all know that. That's not even a question, like, right? We know by just Bacho crushing Adam. So, Lachlan there, Andre Cipriano. So, Andre Cipriano, strong season, has been pulling for years. Very difficult to deal with his speed and hitting, and position gaining. But Lachlan is just too strong. He's literally just too damn strong. And it was a great showing for him. He was showing in a great form. I still see those weaknesses, in my opinion, with technique, but he's been getting better and better. Like every time I see him pull, like he has improved, like definitely improved. I was very, very happy to see him win. I think Lachlan is like one of those guys that is extremely dedicated. I love the confidence. He has so much confidence in himself, and he's coming. Like I don't know, either in AWE in Australia, he should have some good profile match, or it will be somewhere else, right? Either King of Table or East versus West. But this guy is coming, and just line him up with someone in that weight class again, and we'll see. In my opinion, it shouldn't be like straight away to the top guys, but one step up from this match and maybe one step down from last. I would really love to see him and Krasimir pull. If that is hook war, That would be insane. What do you think? Like Krasimir versus Lachlan there. I think it's a match, in my opinion, right? Okay, so Lachlan there, good showing. Chance versus Oleg Petrenko. I thought that Oleg's going to be just way too much for Chance. Uh, and I think at one point Oleg kind of felt, and I think he gave a little bit room for Chance to work in the last round. He's like, I'm tired. I talked to him. I'm like, why did you let go and just don't go to strap? He's like, oh, I'm tired. My hand was blowing up. He's like, I just wanted this to end. So yeah, but Chance did really good in my opinion, right? Oleg Petrenko, he was the rising star of arm wrestling in 2019. If you don't remember, he won 95 kilo class. Then I think, winner of Zloty Tour, open with one arm, just insane amount of potential. And like year before, I think he won overall, gets second in overall behind Pushkar or something. Like this guy's been absolutely on a rise. Like he lost Oliver Murata with left, which is cool, but yeah, yeah. Um, is it true that you'll have a super match at Armor in Hamburg? There is some things happening that might not let that happen, but I was supposed to go. I just like 2 hours ago sent a message. There's some things out of my control that might not allow me. Maybe I will be for the next event, but I really hope. I really hope to be there for the next event. I can make this, yeah, because they moved King of the Table, and I have to be on King of the Table. What it is, 7, 8, 6, 9, 10, 12. Yeah. So Chance, I think good showing. Oleg Petrenko, I think like he's at 103 or something, right? He was at 103 if I'm correct from my. He would have like put him up versus Kirigali, right? This is the guy. Like literally, this is the guy. Kirigali was fighting top 8 there that year, but they are in my opinion same realm. Uh, Kirigali would be still more technical and more to deal with, and he has a lot of options. But the power of Petrenko is something insane, right? Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, so Saunders and Pablo. Saunders and Pablo. Saunders got me worried right there because I would be eating shit from Travis Bajent all night if Saunders would lost to Pablo. Um, yeah, Saunders been like with the traveling. He's like how much he's been competing. Like he hasn't been that much training like he used to be training. To be honest, now it's off worlds that he's preparing, but just showing that okay, this is where you beat me. This is where you beat me. I will find a different way. And I think that's one of the most impressive things in arm wrestling, right? If you can do that, like, oh, okay, no problem. I'll just go this way, right? And Sanders did it very well versus Pablo. Pablo, like, the biggest issue with Pablo is the endurance, and he gets pumped too easy. His hand just blows up. Like if you look at him, he looks like he's gonna explode. And I think in arm wrestling, that is a weakness as soon as you encounter someone who can make you tired. We saw it like he stopped Sabin Badulescu on those first 2 pins, right? He like just run through him. And I thought, this is over, right? And then he just blow up. Pretty similar things happened with Sanders. Sanders' top roll, in my opinion, hasn't been working for quite some time, but the hook has improved to a different level, which is great. I think even for Jordan, if he would be putting a little bit more emphasis on initiating hook, getting in a hook, and understanding some strong and weak points of himself, he would done much better. But yeah, good match. It's always good to see Sanders win, and I think that was a fun match. Just from like also like I am not impartial in this one, but just looking at it, like the way to switch up styles from going from somewhere to somewhere, right? It's insane, right? Yeah. Um, Tuoms and Justin. Tuoms and Justin. For Tuoms, like he doesn't like confidence, and Justin too. Like Justin doesn't like confidence as well. We knew that Tuoms will take it. Like it's very hard to top roll Tom's. Tom's gonna top roll you. That's what we saw in the first one. And the first round, Justin turned it in a hook, and Tom's wasn't expecting that, and he was staying out of his shoulder. And I think the elbow foul there saved Tom's because he was kind of panicking. But then he kind of calmed down, listened to what Giannis is saying, and then executed perfectly the rest of the rounds. And I think as much like inexperience Tom's has, that showed just the way like you can be better and better. I think there's a possibility where Justin could have won that first round, right? But afterwards, Dobbs would just execute it perfectly the rest, and just kind of warmed up and just went through. You can see it on last two and round 2 and 3. That's what we saw, and I think that's another thing. And it's also good to have Giannis in your corner. I think I've been losing matches when Giannis is not in my corner. Weird, right? Giannis gives best advice. He sees things on table right there and then, and he knows what the athletes can do. Like he knew, like you can say something for someone to do, but if they don't have ability to do it, like they're not gonna do it, right? With Tom's, we know Tom's pretty damn well, and we know where he needs to go and what to do. And yeah, I think there's great matches for Tom's to be had in a like either from West or East on the same platform. He was the one guy that qualified for East vs West final, get the super match, and that's how you did it. So next year, if all of you want to be on the same stage, you have your opportunities. Even like if you don't win it, there's a chance you will get a super match if you show, you know, yeah, yeah. Uh, I also think there's a possibility that Tooms on that first hit got the pin, but I have to watch that match again, right? A lot of things happen. I just was like, Tooms, just if you lose, Travis gonna eat me alive. Wagner bought a lot of Hermes money. I didn't expect Wagner just to go to everything. I expect Wagner to destroy Armwrestling table, make a little bit of chaos. The guy is a true showman. I love that. I get to an interview and he's like, he just like he can't calm down. He can't calm down, and it was yeah, great showing. Like if Wagner's winning, Armwrestling is winning. Travis said it perfectly. If Wagner is winning, Armwrestling is winning. Uh, that moment of him just absolutely decimating the table will forever be known in arm wrestling. I think that was just one of the. I was like, imagine he breaks that table. Do we have like another one to use? Because there's a good chance he could rip it off the floor. Yeah, Wagner's he's a cool dude. He's a funny dude, and yeah, and he plays his part extremely well. And it was Farid Osmanli is a true competitor, strong guy, and he just run through him. So yeah, more Wagner Bortolato, please. Give me more. Give me more. I think everyone just loved that. If you didn't love it, like come on, yeah. Daniel Prokopchuk. Emil Amidrishan was working his way through everything. He was trying his best. He was absolutely trying his best to make this into a match. But as soon as just the cup and the back pressure is applied from Daniel, and then eats you up with the side pressure, there's nowhere to run. The guy is on different level. I think he's one of the best left arm pullers, pound for pound, without any doubt in my mind. He might even be the best. He's just eating everyone up, making them look similar, and then just slowly going through, which is insane. The guy is a orthopedic surgeon. Orthopedic surgeon, I think so, or just surgeon, right? So, and he's a funny guy to be around, and I think that was a good opportunity for him to show who he is. With left arm, there's so many guys he could pull from higher classes that, in my opinion, he could also beat. You could line him up with 85, 95, or even 105 kilo guys with left arm, and he will give them an equal match. The match that we really want to see is him and Alan Zuluev, right? That is the one match that everyone wants to see. If there's a possibility to make it happen, Engen's going to make it happen. I think he would like him. Yeah, with right arm, Nurdalit right now is the king, so I think there's an opportunity for a rematch. I know that Nurdalit is fast, but as soon as Daniel stops the match, mm, mm, uh, okay, okay, Georgi Tsvetko versus Artem Morozov. So Artem Morozov gave his best, but he was put in positions where I don't think he has ever been. The health issues, if you don't think they played a big part in this, I think they played a big part in this. But still, Georgi Tsvetko just showed up and another time, showed better version of himself. Just very good at getting position, and like with Jerry would be like when Jerry would get the same position, whereas Georgi it would be tough to get out. Georgi was in cruise control, literally. He was in just in a good position, just how to say, just not controlling the match. That's how I feel. Like he was controlling the match, he was controlling the pace, he was controlling everything. And all that Artem could have done was kind of panic and just try to go to. And he went through all the stages and tried everything. And I think he would have more success with the shoulder press and just keep working and working. But I think he wasn't like maybe his arm was hurting, maybe he wasn't doing really good like in that position himself, that he couldn't get out and where he just wasn't in the best position, right? Where you're just not comfortable. Maybe there was some elbow pain or something, but yeah, that match was a great match for Georgi Tsvetko. There was a good chance that Georgi Tsvetko could have beaten Jerry last time they pulled. So imagine this: this guy could have also been already a champ, right? So I think in a super match setting, and he pulls tournaments and Waff Worlds and Europeans and everything. He does it all. But in tournament setting, he's a tough guy to deal with, in my opinion. And I want to see more. And they would definitely will see more. Like he's the funniest, nicest guy you will ever meet in arm wrestling. He shut down the whole kitchen multiple times in our hotel. That was just he's eating. Like he's making jokes and he's like, "Yeah, I was vegan for a week." It's like that was terrible. He's such a funny guy, and I think well deserving. I'm sorry about Artem, but he showed that he's a true warrior. Like if you look at any of the interviews, if you look at any video of Artem, any picture of Artem, like you can see he's suffering. He's literally was suffering the whole week, but he still took the match. He showed up. That just he has balls, right? It was very, very sad. I can't express how sad he was with losing that match, but it is what it is, right? It's 24. Come on, just you will get yeah, you'll get better. You'll definitely get better. You will have your opportunities. Fix the stomach issues, become healthier, right? That's the most important thing. Like at 24, like no one wants to see you out of it. Yeah, I think and he put on a fight. He put on a fight like healthy Morozo, we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. And I want to find out. Let's get him back. Um hey everyone who's joining. So yeah, please give some thumbs up. Maybe more people will see the stream because you know how YouTube now works. It's a pretty interesting place. And we go to the final match. Jerry versus Hermes. Jerry versus Hermes. A few years ago, I would say it's a stylistic nightmare for Hermes. The way that Hermes showed up, the way that he was pulling, he was blocking absolutely everything Jerry was doing, and he did it absolutely perfectly. We'll get on table with Giannis and explain exactly what he was doing, but he was like I would think like his instinct was to come out more, but he was so far in to block the side pressure to get the center right there and just rotate over the arm. That was I can't express how insanely perfect that was to beat Jerry. He did it 3 times in a row. He said he got something on his arm when Jerry did some false starts. But for Jerry, that's like what else are you gonna do? You have to try. You have to try. You have to risk, right? And that's what he did. Very smart. That's exactly how he said it, and that's exactly how he executed the old whole drama. And people think like this is fake and something. Hermes was pissed. Hermes was pissed if Jerry wouldn't make that match. If Jerry wouldn't come for that match, he was insanely like he was angry. Everyone was angry, right? We saw it. Jerry showed up. There's opportunity to to run it back at one point, but there's a chance for Jerry to pull more matches, and I just want to see him pull. And I think the problem is for me, like I wanted to see that engagement. I wanted to see Hermes maybe stopping and see if, how can he work out from stopping position with Jerry? Can you do that? Like because so many people get trapped. Like where is the real power, right? Because he took everything away, and like in a setup he was giving much, but he was also, as soon as they said go, taking away every possible thing. Uh, but if you have Devin Larratt on your mind, you have Devin Larratt on your mind in 4 weeks. You're thinking like less damage, fast matches. And I understand that. And I think everyone understands that because we have an opportunity for a match that we've been waiting for quite some time. It's Devin Larratt versus Hermes Gasparini. If that happens, it's absolutely amazing, right? We want to see that match. And the shit talk there is also going to be insane because as soon as like but they will talk. I guarantee you, they will talk. They like Hermes has been gunning for Devon since ever he pulled that mask, right? He's been talking everything, and Devon has been like, "You're not gonna get this match," and it's the funniest thing ever for me. But I'm a weirdo. Yeah, Hermes absolutely insane performance. Yeah, for Jerry, like he couldn't get anything going. Like everything was taken away, and like as the round two stopped, and you can see Jerry's face, he knows like there's nothing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Let's talk. You have some questions, some things to talk about, and let's see in the chat. But yeah, that's pretty much the recap of East versus West 8. 9 is going to be in 26 days, right there in Istanbul. The card is already looking insane. Let's take a quick look at the card. Give me a second. So Devon Larratt, we don't know his opponent. We have Vitali versus Revas, Irakli versus David Dadikian, Todd Hutchings versus Ibrahim Sagov, Paul Lynn, Ruslan Babayev, Evgeny Prudnik, David Dadikian, left arm. So David Dadikian is going to pull 2 matches there. Ferit Osmanli, Georgi Zerrano, right arm match. David Samushi versus Vala Ichi. So David Samushi and Vala Ichi, both are Georgians. They both competed in AMC tournament, and Vala did much better. I think he got second place, and David didn't do really good at all. Artur Makarov, no opponent yet. Matyushenko versus David Abrabuli, left. Brett Grundy, Kyle Hutchinson, Derek Smith, make the Derek versus the big Iranian guy, if I'm correct. Dustin Hyatt versus Thomas Mungi. So there's great card. And again, you will see a lot of new arm wrestlers, a lot of new superstars right there, and you will see some guys that you maybe not know, and you will know them afterwards. His whole armor, early curl his whole arm around Jerry's arm. Yeah, he just took everything away. On the first match, the down ref looked like he was going to call an elbow foul instead of win. I have to watch it back. But he didn't. If there's no elbow foul, you should call it. To big thumbs up, everyone. Yes, give it a big thumbs up. Let's get this to 100 likes, okay? Devon match, Artem or Gennady. Artem, like, come on, I think you've been out of it. Artem will not be pulling for quite some time. Dude needs some things to deal with, and Gennady might get a surgery, so none of those matches not gonna happen. Yeah. Do you think Devon is scared of Hermes? No. I don't think. Like, why would someone be scared of someone in arm wrestling? That just baffles me, right? There's matches that make point and matches that doesn't make point. Like if I know the guy just gonna absolutely destroy me, there's no chances. What's the point, right? Hope to see the dark card. Yes, I'm gonna be a dark card. Yeah. Any other options on your mind for Devon? Hermes. It's sad that Trevor's pulling there, but like again, like we had such a great situation going with the super heavyweights, and now again, the whole thing is messed up. The whole thing is absolutely messed up, right? I don't know. I was gonna do this week. I'm gonna do the rankings video again. For July, and I have to bring in the guys that are like injured, right? And we have more injuries than ever, right? This doesn't look good at all. Like it's I hate it so much, but it is what it is. Um, uh, do you think Hermes might be actually the first guy to beat Hermes? That's an interesting one. We'll send Hermes from different reality to beat this Hermes. Hermes looked absolutely insane. Yeah, yeah. We need gyms for this sport. There are gyms for this sport. Maybe just not on a part where you live in. That's yeah. Some gyms. Yeah, that is true. Like everyone's, I think everyone thinks everyone's from the same country, and there's people like from 30 countries in the chat right now. Drop your country right now in the chat. Let's see. Let's see where you are. Arm wrestling is different in different places in the world, right? It's getting bigger and bigger, right? Italy, Denmark, Ukraine, Croatia, see, South Africa, Germany, Wales, Italy, Australia, Vietnam, New Zealand, USA, Bangladesh, India. Come on, see, that's how multicultural arm wrestling is, which is great, right? And we will see more and more and more. And I think, like, also, like Pro Pangea League just kicked off. I saw some videos from there, and they're doing great stuff in India. Absolutely great stuff, and they have more people, fans of arm wrestling than anywhere else on the planet. And I think there's a good opportunity to bring these people for East versus West or King of the Table. Like Mazahir already pulled there, but there's this opportunity like for Raul to do it. They should. They should. That's a big marketplace for arm wrestling. That's what we want. We want this sport to grow, and more people are tuning in. More people going to tune in from outside, and I think it's great. Let's see, Canada, India. Uh, I mean, Russia, Siberia, Sweden, Italy, USA, Denmark, UK, Georgia, Russia. Um, what was what was that? What is he? I was thinking of fastly. Honestly, fast. Yeah, you don't need to post it 3 times, man. Yeah. USA, Antarctica. Oh, I heard Antarctica has some great arm wrestling gyms. Antarctic arm wrestling is really like what they call it, esky wrestling, something like that. Um, yeah, Croatia, Phil Woody, not too far, mate. Milano, yeah, Macedonia. Come on, this is insane. So, just how many countries I just named? It's yeah, Louisiana isn't a country, dude, or it could be. So USA, yeah, like there's so many countries just tuning in. It's just awesome, right? Arm wrestling is becoming bigger and bigger, and we just had one amazing event. The sad part is like I expected most of those matches to be very well contested. Like even like I thought Mindaugas and Christo will be much more. Well, Christo will hit that king's move and make Mindaugas work for that position. He kind of did, but I wanted more, right? And that was kind of, but that's like arm wrestling is unpredictable. It is unpredictable. It is. You will watch it, and sometimes it will be Mike Tyson fight, and sometimes will be Floyd Mayweather fight. Yeah. So you really, really don't know. Nepal. Wow. Yeah. Aussie in Croatia, Texas, Edinburgh, Germany. Got the dash. Have a great weekend. Hey, Phil, buddy. See ya. Yeah. Overall, I think the event was like you can't change things, right? You can't change. Sometimes there's going to be bangers and sometimes not. But I hope you enjoyed the event, right? I think I hope there was things to enjoy in it, and your heroes won, or or you saw someone that you're going to follow now that you didn't know existed and just showed something that you really like, and yeah, that's arm wrestling, right? It's just slowly getting better, bigger, and I'm just happy for you guys tuning in. That just shows that we're getting bigger. And I can imagine like sitting in a room with 170 people just watching. This is pretty insane. Yeah, please leave. Let's get this to 100 likes if you can. Right, that will maybe help the algorithm a little bit. Um, yeah, this week I want to do a little bit recap of Hermes. Right now, like yeah, right now Hermes Gasparini is the number one guy on the planet. That's insane. Absolutely insane. It is. The guy put his mind like he wanted to be, and he got it right. I can't put Levin as first because Levin is literally injured and he cannot pull. When he pulls, he will contest again Hermes for that crown. Like, or Hermes will contest Levin for that. And that rematch should be epic. And we all know, yeah. What do you think about arm wrestling in space for astronauts? We have to hit that demographic too. It's not a lot of them. It's like 20 people tops, I think, but we slowly need to work our way into space, right? Colonize Moon, then colonize Mars, and slowly start the expansion of arm wrestling. It's not about humanity growing. It's about arm wrestling growing. That's what we want. Yeah. Hermes is number one at the moment, but not officially. Like officially, he is. Like if the guys, no one else can pull him, right? He is. Like literally, he is. You ask Levin, he cannot pull. If you cannot defend your crown, right? It's the same thing as people wanted to put like as soon as Dennis comes back, just like let him pull a little bit more. Let him pull a little bit more. Yeah. Shouldn't get some time before they take off their spot, like in box. Yeah, he's been out for quite some time. If you don't know, right? He got injured. There's a whole video of him. Like that's a big injury. It would be like someone breaking their arm and he's the champion. Like, yeah, you can defend your crown. Like, how long until you can defend your crown? Of course, in my opinion, Levin still is the man. I'm just stating how it should be, and what Hermes did, he definitely deserves. Like, I just want to see him pull more. There's guys to pull, right? Um, let's see what Revas and Vitali does. That match is the one where I would really want to see. No elbow falls in space. Yeah, because you're already in space. Yeah, you can put your elbow down. uh, when Levin comes back, you can't have Hermes ahead of him. Uh, is in my opinion, Levin will still be the favorite, whoever he faces. Uh, so I haven't seen the RBJ's rant. I have to watch it back. Like I saw little small clips from it, but I have to sit down and watch it. What was like? Can someone give me like a small summary of it? I would watch it, but I don't have the stream set up, so you guys can watch it with me. Yeah. Uh, Zaur's in the chat. I can't like Zaur is one of those guys that we need to bring in to see. There's so many guys for him to pull, and especially in that setting, guy's been absolutely impressive. Yeah. Coach Shea versus Hermes. It's gonna happen, my friend. Yeah. I hurt my wrist flexor tendon when I was beginner arms, and it took 8 months to recover. It takes a lot of time. That's the thing. I was afraid of, like, and also how the integrity of your wrist is going to be after that one. Like it could be, yeah. Revas Lutidze versus Vitaly Letin. Yeah, that's the match. That is the match. I think the winner of that match, whoever. Yeah, I spoke about Engin about all the East versus West 9-card matches. I gave the rundown. There's a lot of matches that are really, really exciting. Yeah, Todd Hutchings, so that will be a definite hook war. I really want to see Todd Hutchings in a good shape, in a killer shape, in a destroyer shape. If you see that, that's insane. Ruslan Babayev, the brother of Rustam, will pull Poland. That's also a good match. I think Poland is the favorite. Ooh. Prudnik versus Dadikyan. Yeah. Is it a left? Left? I think it's left, right? Prudnik versus Dadikyan, or is it right? Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. Stay strong, guys. Love arms. Yes, left. Yeah. It's a tough match for Evgeny. David Dadikyan is, he's one of those guys. Ivan Matushenko, David Arabuli. I think that was also a left-hand match. Ivan is one of the best guys getting into that hook, controlling the hook, and winning from that hook. It should be really great. Yeah. Ray, who do you have as the favorite, Devon or Hermes? I think Hermes. Hermes will not fight will pull very smartly uh, versus Devon. And even if I think even if Devon, it will be very hard to get in a hook with Hermes for Devon. I think if he gets in a hook, that's there's something there, but it will be very hard to top roll Hermes. And even if Hermes loses his hand, he has that press. But under few rounds, that will happen. We need to see that match. We need to see that match. If that match is on the next card, arm wrestling gods are good. Yeah. Derek Smith versus Megdi Abdullah. Yeah, the big Iranian versus Derek Smith. Two big guys facing each other. Ooh. David Adikan will pull two matches. He will have one versus David Arabuli and one versus Irakli Zirkshuli. What I noticed for this one was very interesting that there was no Georgian pullers, right? Uh, they were there attending, but they were not pulling, which is kind of like I'm so used to having like the whole Georgian team, but next one they come from. Okay, cool. You're from India. Just yeah, you're gonna get shut down very soon if you don't stop. We cool that you're from India. Um, yeah, I like to see Arabuli pull. You will see him pull definitely. Terano versus Furitas Manley, right arm. Yeah, Thomas Mangi, Dustin Hyatt. Dustin Hyatt. I'm really excited to see that the rising star of USA Arm Wrestling, probably the brightest, newest rising star of USA Arm Wrestling. However he starts, he will definitely have like a huge, big future. And I have to check something. That will be very, very, very great for him, in my opinion. Like win or loses, putting on a big stage. He's been pulling armors. He's been pulling. He was the puller of the year in USA. That's what I remember. And Brett Grundy versus Kyle Hutchinson. Brett Grundy, super heavyweight winner of East versus West USA part or West part. Kyle Hutchinson, good match. And yeah, David versus Vala for the championship, for the title, right? Vala did absolutely amazing in AMC. Sorry, AMC. Yeah, AMC event in Chechnya, and David didn't. And there's a good potential. Yeah. Ray, have you gripped up and hooked with Dustin? Yeah, we did some pulling in Arm Wars a year ago, I think. Yeah. Devin, hey, again, make it happen. We need Hermes. Someone needs to be rubbing Hermes' arm for 3 days, so he feels so good. He's like, yes, I'll take that match. Yeah, I hope like there's some false starts where Jerry got into. You get on your back pressure, and you might, and also Artur Macaro, right? Artur Macaro. There's a chance Artur Macaro gonna pull on this card, which would be also great. Is Artur Macaro gonna pull Engin Terzi? Do we need a trilogy in that one? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, next week we will have. Next week, yeah, next week we will have Canada event. Goat, Goat versus Todd Hutchings. That's I'm so much looking forward to that. Yeah. Okay, guys, I have to run. Thank you everyone who for watching the event, for buying the pay-per-view, to joining me in the streams. I'll try to do a little bit more of these streams, and yeah, I really appreciate all the support. Stay strong. Love arm wrestling. I'll see you soon, guys.